Take a look now then at my personal favourite, I have to say, so unique in its styling and everything about it, or certainly the back end anyway. Miles, the Bobber, what's been done to this for 2021?
Well, Matt, in keeping with that theme of the big step up for the new generation, the new Bobber we have here brings together the premium finish and classic looks of that previous generation Bobber, but adds the highest specification of the Bobber Black to deliver this, a new model for 2021, which gives you the best of both worlds. And this has all of the signature Bobber design features, including the stripped-back minimal bodywork, that elegant tank, the small headlight, and the classic Bobber side-mounted ignition, the battery box, and the hardtail look.
OK, so what about the updates then? Tell me about those.
Well, first we have an evolution to the Bonneville 1200 high-torque engine, which comes with a Bobber tune. This has got reduced inertia, meaning it's more responsive, so it picks up quicker and feels sharper off the throttle. It also has lower emissions and it's fully Euro 5 compliant. Now, this gives you a really memorable ride, and with the performance, we have 106 Newton meters at a very low 4,000 RPM and a strong peak power of 78 PS at 6,100 RPM. And that also comes now with a notable lift at 5,500 RPM, which you get only on this new generation. Next, we have a step up in the specification as well, and of course, therefore, the capability. So we've got a new larger 12-litre fuel tank. We have new high-specification Brembo brakes, new twin front brake discs as well, and new high-specification Showa forks. With the front wheel, this is now a 16-inch fat front wheel setup, and together, all of that gives you the Bobber's precise and neutral handling. And that's made even better by that really accessible 690mm low seat height, and also really elegant and easy to manage standover as well. With the technology, this is higher specification as well, Matt. We have a new full LED headlight and signature daytime running light that comes with that, and a new intuitive single-button cruise control setup as well. And this comes on top of the Bobber's standard spec, which includes road and rain riding modes, ABS, switchable traction control. You have the torque assist clutch, LED rear light, indicators, and the number plate light. And just like the whole Bonneville range that you're looking at today, this comes with an immobiliser. Finally, with the looks, we've got that absolutely peerless authenticity. We've got all of the Bobber's engineering innovation. So we have the floating aluminium seat and also that hardtail look, which is actually a beautifully engineered swing cage. And then on top of this, for 2021, new blacked out styling and detailing. So you've got new black powder-coated engine covers, cam cover, and the sprocket cover as well, plus the new instrument styling as well.
Thanks, Miles. Now, talking about the Bobber's custom style, I'm excited to introduce you to the founder of one of the best regarded and fastest growing customisers in the bike world, who's built unique Triumph Bobbers for some very famous bikers. And that's Jody Millhouse from Thornton 100 Motorcycles. Hello, Jody. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Lovely to meet you. Now, tell us a little bit more about the concept of a Bobber and where this distinctive style of bike came from originally.
OK, so the Bobbers were born in the States in the 1940s post-war boom for building hot rods to race on the road and on the track. These bikes were instantly recognisable as they were chopped or bobbed to make them super lightweight and tuned to go from naught to flat out as quick as possible. And these bikes were heavily influenced by the style and size of European bikes, so Triumph were there right from the start, which makes us a really authentic brand in the Bobber world.
So why do you think the back's so big now then, Jody? What is it about these that's made them so desirable now?
So when the Bobber was launched in 2016, nobody was really expecting it. It burst onto the market with its hardtail looks, its 270-degree firing order engine, the sound, and basically the spec and the quality of the bike was just massively attractive to the buyers and the riders on these Bobbers. With that extremely distinctive style, that isn't easy to create. You really have to engineer that from the ground up. So you couldn't take a Bonneville and just chop it up and make it into one of these. It's really got to be engineered from the start.
All right, so tell us about some of the Bobbers you've made then and who you've been making them for.
So I've built just over 20 Bobbers now-ish, and I absolutely love them. They're great for modifying, and we put all wide wheel kits on all of our bikes, and they've been a hit with all of our customers.
Any big names that we should be... Well, there's one there.
there is. So
yeah.
My favourite bike, and one of my favourite people as well, Joe Wicks.
Yeah.
So we all know him as the body coach. I'm doing the PE with Joe. But that was the very first wide wheel Bobber that I ever built. So that was built on a standard Bobber back in the day, which had the single disc. So it comes with a full wide wheel kit and the supercharger on there as well. Now, bikes have moved on a lot since then, but it's still one of my favourites because it was the first, and it's also one of Joe's favourite bikes out of his collection of Thornton 100s too, and he rides it pretty much every weekend.
The body coach and the bike coach, I like it. Cheers, Jody. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.